Hello!
Hello, AOS fans!
It's the agents of Harrowdeep.
Harrowdeep plays Chasm, plays exploding crits.
Oh yes, we're playing a special game today. We're trying out what would happen if instead of crits doing what crits do right now, what happens if they were exploding crits like in Mantic's games? Ooh. So what that means is when you get a crit in this game, it counts as a success still, like if you needed hammers and you rolled a hammer, but it doesn't give you the auto win like a crit currently does in the game. What it does do is it enables you to roll another dice, and maybe you'll get another hammer on that and you get a success. Or maybe you roll another crit, so that's a success and another dice again.
Yeah, it makes hammer attacks a little bit better because you've got more chance of getting a success than you have if you've got a sword attack.
But generally you roll less dice with hammers anyway, but then obviously you're going to be rolling a lot more dice with sword attacks, so more crits in general. Who knows?
Who knows? Well, let's see how it goes. I mean, it probably won't make any difference, but we just always thought it'd be interesting to try a few different things with Underworld. This is our first attempt at doing that.
Yes, and also we'll probably never roll any crits in this game now at all, so we'll see how that goes.
You don't normally roll them anyway.
No.
So it's Rivals format.
Yep.
I'm taking old Kixie-Taka.
And I have got Hedkrakka and his Madmob.
Yeah, the Starblood Stalkers.
Yes, the Starblood.
Not saying that we haven't played this game very much, but these were still in the cellophane. Because we played all of these under lockdown.
I think they were all online and stuff like that.
So but it's actually the first outing, and I painted them all beautifully.
They were. This is an entire game painted by you, in fact.
Yeah, I got very into my painting under lockdown.
Yep. So we've picked our cards. I had to repick everything, and I'm not sure if I've got better cards now as a result of that, but I guess we'll find out.
I guess that's the problem with Rivals.
That is one of the problems with Rivals, that is true. Maybe Rivals Plus might be something I'll have to start doing in the future. I won the roll-off and I decided to pick the board. You've then offset them like so.
Yeah, no idea whether that's a good thing to do.
No, it's hard to tell in this game, but I guess you want the angry orcs away from you, so maybe that's the way you want to go.
Yeah, I think that was my plan.
Right, so we're all set up, ready to rock and roll. It's time to roll for round one.
Bing, 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 bing.
So here we go. I finished setting up first, in fact, so you want to roll first.
Oh yeah.
And
can I explode that crit that I've already got?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Hammers.
I think I'll let you go first. Now, before anything, Tooth Dagger has an ability, which is Tireless Tracker. At the start of the first round, choose up to 2 friendly hunters and push them up to 1 hex towards the leader. Now, there are only 2 other friendly hunters. That's Deco, Sharp, Whatsits, and Wallop you're facing.
Deco, Sharp, Whatsits.
And I have to move towards your leader, who, as he's so far away, literally any hex towards your side of the board is a plus for me. So there we go. We are also playing, or at least I'm also playing with Primacy, because that's what these guys need.
Okay, I'm going to start with a move action.
Anything in your power step?
No.
I've got nothing either, so onto my first activation. And I think I'm going to shoot Deco. I'm going to move charge Deco Sharp Whatsits onto there. And he might as well have a shoot at old Clacktrock there. 2 swords on this attack. Oh! So instead of that being an automatic win for me, that's 2 successes, which gives me a partial.
It's an automatic win. It's an automatic win anyway.
Almost, yeah. So that's 2 successes.
Got 1 dodge.
That's 3 successes. 4 successes.
Fix.
4 successes. Now you got what? 1 defense.
I got 1 defense dice. I never roll a crit. I could roll 5 crits.
You keep rolling crits, but make sure you roll defense dice.
I could roll 5 crits. Doesn't matter, does it?
Not really. No. 4 successes.
This is a stupid game.
See, already that's more fun than you rolled 2 crits. Well, I can't stop that. That's much more fun. Well, it was for me anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So you've done a damage.
I've done 1 damage out of all of that, and I will shove him to there.
Right.
Onto the power step, and I've got nothing I want to play, but you get first choice, of course, still.
I do get first choice, don't I? I'm going to play Huang Chi's device, which is I can pick one, push an enemy fighter 1 hex, or pick an opponent. That player moves 3 fighters from their warband and pushes each of them 1 hex. So I'm going to push Deco to there.
Okay, I still have nothing. I pass.
Okay, and then I'm going to pass, and I'm going to move Word to Pirtle to there for my second activation. I will have a charge. So I'm going to shoot at Tooth Dagger.
Tooth Dagger?
Yeah, so it's cleave and ensnare.
You mean Tooth Dagger?
No, I don't mean. I mean
you mean wallop the face in?
Wallop the skull.
Right.
So if I get a crit, then it's cleave and ensnare. So it's good stuff. Oh, I've got one, and I can explode it.
You've got a crit.
Oh, just 1 crit.
So I do need a success. So I need either a crit or a single success. Yeah, but I've got a blokey next to you.
Ah, yeah.
So a single success or a crit. No, double.
So he gets a 1 damage and a move token.
Oh dear. So Wallop the Skull ain't going to be all up in those skulls anytime soon.
Not this round.
So I'm going to play the Great Stomp, which is push each friendly fighter up to 1 hex towards the nearest enemy fighter. So I might just go bonk, bonk, bonk. I'm then also going to play Dabbig War. Plus 1 dice to a friendly fighter's range 1 attack action in the next activation.
I've got nothing else.
Okay, so onto my second Q. I'm going to charge with Tooth Dagger, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. He's going to have a go at Ottle Pattle. So I normally roll 3 dice, but I've just played the Big War, so I get 4 dice on this one. 2 damage, and I get single assists as well. Oh, crit and a single success. So that's 2 single assists rather. So that's 2 successes, 3 successes, 4 successes because I need swords.
Oh,
there's a
one
crit.
Success, 1 success.
It's also the wrong dice, but I'll let you keep the crit.
Okay. Stupid game. Okay, so he's dead.
He's dead. Right, so I get a glory for that one. After an activation in which this fighter's attack action takes an enemy fighter out of action, I gain the primacy token, but I get that anyway because I killed him outright. Haven't scored anything though, unfortunately. I can use Hedkrakka's ability that when I gain the primacy token, I can choose 1 friendly fighter and they are inspired. So I'm going to choose Tooth Dagger, even though he has just charged. I'm going to inspire him. Over to your 3rd activation then.
Okay, well I'm going to use remember to use my ability. I'm going to use Skittish to push the skink onto there.
Oh yes.
I'm going to make a charge action and I'm going to charge the big guy onto there. 1 hammer.
Okay. So Wallop the Skull's got 1 dodge. No! 3 damage.
3 damage, and he's inspired, and I can react and do the powerful Jaws reaction as well.
Oh no, Wallop the Skull's dead, I just realised, because he'd taken away from Ottle Pattle.
Oh.
So he's actually just smashed his head in.
Wow. So I won't use the...
You won't use his bite attack. I will take him off the ball for you. You do get glory for that.
Which is slightly frustrating because I don't score an objective.
You just hate it when that happens.
Yeah, it's only slightly...
So onto the power step. I've got nothing I want to play right now.
I'm going to flip this objective. I'm going to delve.
Going to delve. I've got nothing to do.
I'm going to delve again.
And still nothing for me.
I'm going to delve again.
When you find that's the wrong one.
Yeah. So now I'm on 3 objectives.
You are, but you don't inspire yet.
Well, when do I inspire? I can't remember what the rules is for these guys. After an activation, your warband holds after an activation.
So yes, it has to be after the next. But after my activation, if I don't knock somebody off their pedestal, as it were.
But I have got a surge card. Score this immediately after you flip a feature token in enemy territory, which I have just done.
Right, onto my 3rd go then. So I might as well stay at range and shoot at Clacktrock and hopefully knock him off that objective and stop you from inspiring.
Fair enough.
So he's going to use his Bone Crusher ability, which is 2 swirlies. 1 lightning, which is no good. 1 swirly.
Nothing!
No, not, so it's only 1 damage. But I will push you back.
Oh, boo to you.
Power step over to you first.
Okay, I'm going to put unhesitating on Zepic.
Oh, which one's
it's not Zepic, on Tok.
Which one's Tok?
The one with the blowpipe.
Okay.
So that is +2 move because he's a skink.
Okay. I figure I might as well play this now. I'm going to put Power of the Beast on Tooth Dagger, which is an upgrade which gives him +1 wound or +2 wounds if I have the primacy. Which I currently do. So he's currently got 6 wounds.
Wow. Well, after your power step, I'm going to move the skink 1 to there. Which actually means I score an objective. I scored Instinctive Tactics. Score this immediately after resolving your warband's 2nd or subsequent reaction in the same phase. Nice. So there's two skittish reactions.
Yep. Yep, because you couldn't use Clacktrock's Bitey Bite because you accidentally clubbed something to death.
Yes.
Don't you hate it when that happens? So onto your 4th and final go.
My 4th and final, I should make a charge action. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there.
And I'm going to play Slick Rock.
It's got come around.
It looks like we're both cheating.
So it's a little 2 2 sword attack.
Who are you having a go at?
We'll shoot at your boss man.
Okay.
Oh, crit the sword.
Okay, so 2 successes and then
3 successes.
Okay, I've got 2 dodge.
Well, that means you can't.
Nothing at all.
Unless you get crit.
If I got a crit, then I could have possibly got on, but nothing at all. So how much damage is that?
It's just 1.
Just the 1.
But I will push him back to there.
Ew.
And then I'm going to play Sotek's Venom.
Ooh, what's that?
Play this during a friendly fighter's attack action after the deal damage stats. Give the target 1 move token.
Oh, you get.
Although you can still shoot me, can't you?
I can still shoot you, but I can't charge you.
No.
Which I kind of would have liked to have done.
Okay, well you can't. So no.
So there.
And after that activation, I'm on 3 objectives.
And everyone inspires.
Everybody inspires.
Everyone inspires. So on to my 4th and final go. As I can't charge you, I might as well just zap you from there with my Bone Crusher ability.
Okay, the skink presumably.
Yes, he's the only one in range. It's range 3.
Oh, actually,
so only the skink's in range.
during the power step, sorry, I'm going to delve because I'm inspired now.
Oh yeah, we're going to delve that back.
Yeah.
So it's 2 swirly. Oh, well, that was rubbish. Gork and Mork, or possibly Mork and Gork, have deserted me. So nothing.
Okay.
Power step, you first. You can.
I'm going to delve everywhere actually.
You're going to delve everything off. I've got nothing to play anyway,
Okay,
so.
delve everywhere
And you
off.
also, if you've got anything to play.
Yeah, I'm going to put the Heaven Blessed Weapon on
Oh
Claptrap.
dear.
I'm not going to flip this. I'm going to flip this back in the power step.
Robin may have an objective related to standing on objectives.
I might.
So on to the end phase. You went first.
I went first. I've scored the Will of the Slan. Score this in an end phase if your warband holds 1 or more objectives in 2 or more players' territories.
There we go. Another.
Which is worth 2.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go and get rid of Sotek's Hunters. It's a surge card, but I have to take somebody out with a range 3 attack action, which in this matchup is not very good.
Trickier now, especially.
Yeah, and how many cards have I got left? Quite a lot. I'm going to risk getting rid of Vengeance of Heaven to score this in end phase if there are more enemy fighters out of action than there are surviving enemy fighters. I'm actually going to play Herald of the Old Ones on Kixie Tacker.
Okay.
Which basically means the skinks within 3 can re-roll their defence dice.
Nice, not bad.
So I'm going to draw everything up.
Okay. So for me, I have scored 1 objective. I've scored biggest and meanest. Scored in the end phase if a surviving friendly fighter has a higher wounds characteristic than any other surviving fighter, which I do because he's got a wounds characteristic of 6 now. I get a spent glory as well because I have primacy. I just remembered.
Forgot all about that.
Yeah. I'm going to get rid of both of my upgrades because they're both Hedkrakka upgrades. One is re-roll dice in the fighter's casting rolls, and one is re-roll 1 dice for his range 3+ attacks. So I'm going to draw 1 objective and 5 power cards. Right, so on to round 2 then. It's time to roll. So what we got?
Oh, just a double.
Oh dear. Oh, just a double.
It's easy to get just a double.
Yeah. All right, re-roll. Oh,
2 singles.
Single and 2 doubles, that's not enough.
Oh, that always gets me. I shall go first.
Okay.
I'm going to throw all my eggs in one basket.
Here comes that big eggy basket.
Yeah.
Right, what are you doing?
I'm charging with Claptrap.
Who are you charging?
Kaboom, 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 kaboom down here.
Does he move 4?
Yes,
he only moves 3.
He does move 4. He does move 4, and he's going to try and smash your face in.
Oh, I'm going to smash your face in.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And it's a 3 hammer, 3 damage attack.
Oh, 2 hammers. So Hedkrakka does have 2 dodge.
Oh, the suspense.
2 shields. Right, you do get the primacy token for that as well.
Whoa, thank you. Yeah, I score a card. Heralds of Annihilation. Score this immediately after an activation in which a friendly fighter made an attack action that took an enemy leader out of action.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Unfeeling Resistance on Claptrap.
Okay.
Which is, when he's dealt damage, reduce that damage by 1 to a minimum of 1. And I'm going to put Selfless Sacrifice on Huachi.
Which one's Huachi?
Huachi is this one.
With the spur.
Yeah, and so Huachi, during an attack action that targets this fighter after the deal damage step, if the fighter will be taken out of action, instead I make an attack action.
Okay, so on to my first activation. I'm going to dump a card. I'm going to dump Stab, 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 which is I've either got to make a successful attack with cleave against a fighter, but I don't have any cleave attacks, or I've got to take someone out of action that has a higher wounds characteristic than me, which I'm not going to manage either. So I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to draw a new card.
So I'm going to make a move action.
Okay.
With Huachi here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there.
Okay.
Moves 5, which means I score formidable focus. Score this immediately after activation if 3 or more enemy fighters are in. Friendly fighters are in enemy territory.
Nice. On to my second go. I'm going to get rid of another objective. I'm going to get rid of Weird Omens, which is score an end phase if there's 1 or more friendly fighters in my territory, in no one's territory, and in your territory. I will not be scoring that one.
No.
Draw a new card.
So over to my third.
Yep.
I am going to draw a power card.
So on to my third go. And I might as well use Deco to shoot at this blokey here.
Oh, I could have. Yeah, okay.
So it's 2 swords and 1 damage. That's a crit, so that's 1 success. 1 success.
And I've got, which one is it? It's Tok, so he's two. Oh, that's a success. So
Okay,
that's where the crit thing didn't lurk in your favour there.
Didn't. I will push him back.
Okay, fair enough.
And I'll use my lots of arrows ability, which means if he hasn't got a move or a charge token, I can give him a charge token and shoot at you again. Okay. So I'll do that. So that's 1 success again. Oh, you've got 1 success at least.
2 successes. 3 successes
or
for that rolled. 3 successes.
So that's a no.
Bing, 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 bing.
Okie dokie.
4th activation, I'm going to charge onto
That one there.
Objective there.
Yes.
And I'm going to shoot at Daco. I guess he's only got 1 dodge.
He's only got 1 dodge, Deco, yeah.
Yep, so 2 swords.
Okie doke. Oh, 1 success. 1 success. So I need a dodge. No.
That's a 1. I will just push him back to there.
Okie dokie. He takes 1 wound. Power step, I might as well put the Spirit of Gorkamorka onto Tooth Dagger, which is I can reroll 1 dice in this fighter's attack rolls for range 1 to attacks. And I might as well charge 1 to there and have a go at him. Because I do 2 damage, but if I get a crit, then it will be +1 damage. So that'll be 3 damage, be enough to take him out.
2 damage is enough to take him out.
But you've got the ability to reduce it by 1, don't you?
Yeah.
So it's 4 swords. And with the Spirit of Gorkamorka, I can reroll 1 dice. So I do need a crit on one of these. Of course. So that's no success. I'll reroll 1. Need a crit on this? No, but it's a sword. Whoop.
Oh, nothing.
Well, 2 damage, so that's 1 damage you take.
1 damage. Oh.
So onto the end phase. You went first.
I did. I don't think I've scored anything because I can't read.
Well, that doesn't matter too much because I haven't scored nothing. Because I can't get a break.
I'm going to get rid of Perfect Warrior.
Okay.
Which is score this in an end phase if there is a surviving friendly Klatrock and each enemy leader is out of action. Well, my enemy leader isn't really looking like being out of action.
Enemy leader. My
enemy
enemy
leader.
out of action.
Oh, well.
But Klatrock's got to survive.
Oh, I scored that then.
Did you?
Each enemy leader. Yes, I was thinking it said each leader. Yeah, I've scored it because he's still alive and your leader's dead. Thanks, Pete.
I hate this game.
I'm really glad that I decided to throw that one away. So I'll draw this one.
Hate it. Hate it.
And I also scored the primacy, which
yeah.
I don't get to strictly take now, but
For killing me boss.
killed your boss.
Because I fluffed up that last attack. That miss, that's cost me multiple glories because of that and other stuff. Right, so on to me. I'm going to keep 1 card. I'm going to get rid of Hunt the World Spirit, which is score an end phase if my warband holds 2 or more objectives and I have primacy. Well, I could possibly hold 2 or more objectives, but that would revolve around me not going and clubbing any of your faces in, so I don't like the idea of that. I'm going to get rid of Spirit of the Beast, which puts them on guard when I have primacy, Lucky Bone, and Thick Hide, because they're all upgrades and I've got no glory. So I'm going to draw 1 objective and 5 power cards. On to the 3rd round then, it's time to roll off to see who gets to go foist. Oh, crit, a single and a double. And what's my crit give me? It gives me nothing else, so 1 of each. No, I'm going first.
You can go first, you're going to roll and have multiple attacks.
I'm going to be having a go at you, yes. So for my first activation, no hesitation, I'm going to come at you with the
Have you got
strength
the
of a
rerolls
nation.
then?
Yep.
Right,
So
okay.
4 dice on him. I need a crit to get that +1 damage.
And if you don't get one, he's going home.
Oh no, I don't, because now you've only got
yeah,
one
I've only
wound
got
left,
wound,
so I
I've
do
only got
2
wound,
damage. So
literally,
either way, I just need lots of successes here. Not like that.
Jesus, is that
Not
no
like
successes?
that. That's 9 dice and 1 success so far rolled. 1 success.
That's a success, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
yeah, because of course.
Because life is like that.
Because that's how my world goes. Right, okay.
I'm going to make a move action with my first. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to there.
Okay. So I'm just going to charge 1, 2 to here and try and kill one of these blokes instead. Now, he will attack if I kill him, won't he?
Him.
That guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go for him first then.
Okay.
But they've both only got 2 wounds, so I can kill them without needing crits. 2 crits so far.
Yeah, you get the crits.
Yeah, now I get the crits. 2 successes, that's all.
Okay, so that's on Tok.
Yep. 1 success.
Yes,
So
one
that
success.
kills him.
It does.
So I get glory, and I get primacy, because he gets a primacy whenever he kills somebody.
Yeah, I'm going to play Burst from the Shadows.
Ooh. What's that do?
Choose up to 2 friendly hunters, push each chosen fighter up to 2 hexes.
Okay.
I'm just going to push him.
You're just going to run away like a coward.
from-
Yeah, fine.
Away from reaction, I'm going to shoot him. And then I'm going to push him 1, 2, 1, 2 to there as well.
I might as well I'll just charge him to there and shoot at you.
So you're shooting at...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's
2 hits. Of course I get crits now when it doesn't matter. 2 successes.
so that's Zepic. It's only got 1 shield, old Zepic. No.
You know, it's 1 damage and I'll
damage.
shove him back. And
Okay.
that's pretty much game for me because he's charged and I can't do anything else
Okay.
now. So
Okay, so I'm going to use the Lords of Space and Time to choose 1 friendly fighter that's not adjacent to an enemy fighter and place that fighter on the same hex as an objective token in enemy territory. Do that. And then I give him a move token. I'm going to put the Cloak of Feathers on Hedkrakka, which gives him +2 move and he can move through occupied hexes.
Okay.
So then in his turn he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there.
okay. In my third go, I'm going to get rid of Great Hunters, which I can't score because I have to have friendly fighters in your territory.
Okay.
And I'll just draw another card. I've got nothing to do, so it's back to you.
Okay, I've got nothing. So my third, I'm just going to draw a card.
Okay, nothing for me either. So my fourth and final go, I'm going to get rid of Heralds of the Wild, which is each surviving friendly fighter is inspired because I can't actually inspire Decker, and I'll draw another card.
Okay, and I'm going to draw another card for my fourth as well.
Right, so at the end, I've scored Smash 'em, which is 2 or more enemy fighters are out of action, and I have Primacy, which gives me 2, and I get 1 for Primacy. That's it.
Okay.
7. So you win. How much you win?
Yeah, I'm afraid I've scored all of mine. So I've scored Balance the Cosmic Equation because you've got 2 or more enemy fighters out of action, and in fact I'm holding more objectives than any other warband. That's worth 1.
Yeah, I mean I could have possibly flipped that one over
But
to
I've still
stop.
got them all in your territory anyway.
Yeah, true.
I've got, then that means I also score Seeking the Heart. Score this in end phase if each surviving friendly fighter is in enemy territory or your warband holds each objective in enemy territory. So I've scored that one for 2 more. I was going to take your glory then, that really would have been loving it in. And then because of that, I've scored those 2. I've got the hybrid, I've got a duel earlier, I've scored the Great Plan, which I've scored in an end phase. I've scored 6 or more objectives, 1 surge, 1 duel and 1 hybrid.
16 plays 7 in the end. 16 plays 6. That was crap. I hated that. That was rubbish. I don't know what it is about the Orc cards. Their objectives are terrible.
I think I don't know how many of them rely on primacy and stuff because you barely got it.
Not much, but like because you killed my boss, I couldn't inspire people, which meant I couldn't inspire him.
Yeah,
so I couldn't score 1.
That was the play. That was the luck.
Yeah, I mean,
killing the boss. In fact, Rawk killed 2 people in two goes.
if his attack had worked on Rawk, then it could have been a very different story. I still think you would have won even if I'd taken Rawk out, but I would have had I would have had Primus at the end of the turn, so that would have been 1 glory swing. I'd have 7, you'd have 15, and that doesn't make a great deal of difference. I'd have got another one for killing you.
Yeah,
which means I would have already
less.
Which means I would have already been up to 8.
I would have cashed in all that at the end still.
No, yeah. So I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about the orcs. I did make a mistake right at the well, I didn't make a mistake right at the start, but I forgot that this guy's ability, Dako's ability, becomes much less worthwhile than Harrowdeep, because it's after a move action. If he's holding an objective and there's nobody within 2 hexes, then you automatically gain the primacy token, which automatically then inspires somebody. But of course, in Harrowdeep, you can't just move on and be claiming the objective.
So is it nobody's within 2 hexes or no enemy fighters?
No enemy fighters within 2 hexes, but it has to be after a move that you're holding an objective.
You've got to delve. You've got to delve.
Someone's got to have delved it, and then legged it, and then he's got to come along and jump on it. So
Yeah.
it kind of really stuffs up his ability.
One of the reasons I don't like the change, because it's messes up old mechanics.
Yeah,
It's not a massive thing, but it just. I think the problem with it is, I mean, these have got a few. These have got a few bits and pieces. Like I've got some things like the Astro teleport card. You can teleport onto an objective. Well, there's only one showing. Well, there's 2, but in your territory, it's really hard. If I'm on it and I've delved it, then I can't teleport anybody because I'm sitting on it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing. I think it's frustrating that they've done that, because it makes you feel like, well, my product is no good now.
It has broken certain mechanics, and the decision to change the inspiration timing has also, and didn't in this game so much, but it has broken the mechanics there a bit. It did when you were trying to inspire, you had to wait another turn before you could inspire as well, so that's a bit rubbish too.
I might have had to do that anyway, actually, because I delved, didn't I, to do it? Yeah.
Now, I don't want to talk about the game too much, but the exploding crits, I don't think it did too badly. I don't think there was any real situation where it possibly would have changed the game.
There was couple of situations where you smashed out, and I think a couple of situations where I did.
Yeah.
But there was certainly, I think, one each where a crit would have won us it, and it didn't.
Because like someone rolled someone rolled a crit and the other person just got a success.
Yeah. But I like it. I have to say, I mean, it's not really a very good sample, because it's one game against many games.
Yeah.
But you're not left with that nasty taste in your mouth when you finally hit an attack and then your opponent rolls a crit.
With multiple successes, and your opponent just goes, "Oh look, I've got a crit! Isn't that lucky?"
Yeah.
Oh look,
and I quite like that. And you have, like you said at the very beginning, when you roll all those crits, it was just good fun.
It's just silly.
Yeah.
I've got another one. I've got another one. I've got another one. But yeah, I personally prefer playing it with exploding crits over just regular crits.
It's hard to know. On one game, it's hard to say, but it certainly doesn't seem to break the game at all.
No, it certainly doesn't. Yeah. I think it fixes the game more. It makes it slightly less swingy.
Yeah.
And I don't
think we'll get many people taking it up.
I know there was points where like one of us had got 4 successes, and then when you're rolling one defense against it, it's like there's almost no chance. There's no reason for me to roll it. And then if you're playing with the old rules, then you have still got that minor chance of getting a crit. But so maybe not having crits and having exploding crits instead makes you less likely to be able to save. Maybe it makes offense better. I don't know.
It's hard to know, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because obviously, I suppose yes, it probably does make offensive better, because if you're rolling lots of dice, you only get successes, then you've got much more chance of that being a success, like you said. So I think probably it does make offensive, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because I think one of the things in the game which kind of not breaks it, but kind of makes it reliant on luck a bit too much, is that you can just get a crit at that point, and then people say, well, that's just part of the game, you have to allow for that in your offensive warband, but then that just can really spoil your day. I mean, an example was, ironically, was where you couldn't get a crit when you were trying to, I don't know, it's not an example actually, so ignore that. So but I don't know, I think we'd have to play more games this way, and I'm guessing probably people don't want to see that. It's quite an interesting experiment to do once, but I'm guessing we're probably going to play all the time with exploding crits.
I mean, would you like to play all the time with exploding crits?
I wouldn't mind playing a game with exploding crits. I think probably I would, because I think there isn't that.
And so we'll play with exploding crits. If you don't know what, I mean, both of you can sod off.
There isn't that feeling. There is a feeling with the crit. Is when you get one in a defensive situation, especially if your opponent's having a bad day anyway, and you get a crit. There is that. I wish I hadn't got that.
There is almost that, yeah. And I'm sure there's lots of people that are like, no, I love it. I love crushing my opponent and watching the light die in their eyes. But, you know, we want to play it for fun. So it enables it to stay a little bit more fun, I think.
Yeah. But when you're attacking, I think a double crit is still awesome.
Yeah, because you still got 2 successes and you get to roll 2 more dice and you might get another couple of successes out of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, overall, I quite like the whole exploding crit mechanic. I think it just makes the game a little bit more fun and a little bit more fair.
Yeah, I think so. I have to say, I'd be interested to play these a bit more in Relic. They actually seem pretty good in Relic.
Yeah.
They've got a couple of duff objectives, but they've also got some...
Not as many as the Orcs.
Because they're so fast. I think it helped that you'd forgotten what they were like and you put the 2 objectives right here. If you put your objectives in your backfield, it would have been much trickier for me.
Possibly. But I don't think it would have mattered overall with how that went. But then I'm also a little annoyed that I managed to fail about, I think, 10 dice in a row and I got 2 successes in total.
I think that's reasonably tough. But it's Pete's dice strike again. I think, actually, though, it is a good point about the flipping mechanic because they have got the card that enables them to teleport from the backfield onto a backfield objective.
But you can't now if somebody's...
So actually, that would really, if you had put them at the back, it would have been tricky for me. I mean, they are pretty nippy, but it would have been two activations to get there.
Yeah. There you go. Let us know what you think about exploding crits. If you've tried out or you're going to try out, let us know how it went.
Yeah. Maybe we should organise a tournament.
Yeah.
Exploding crit tournament.
The exploding crit. Oh, I like that. I do like that. I think that might be the way to go with it.
Way of the exploding crit.
Yeah. So there we go. Do like, subscribe, follow, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. Leave us a comment, let us know what you thought, and we'll see you soon in maybe the Underworlds, maybe in Marvel Crisis Protocol land.
Or maybe in Middle Earth.
Ooh, yeah.